Does no one actually realize how terrifying and scary dinosaurs actually are? I mean, you see them in books and TV and they're kind of scary, but it gets so much deeper than that. With theories so horrifying, such as the dinosaur meat theory, that would make you never want to see another dinosaur again. I mean, the T-Rex alone has a multitude of abilities many people don't know about, which would make it impossible to survive if this thing ever decided to come back and hunt humans. In this video, I've compiled my favorite shorts I've made over the past couple months on dinosaur facts and lore. So sit back, relax, and enjoy some horrific dinosaur videos, and try not to get too scared. Did you know the biggest dinosaur to ever exist was the megalodon? This giant creature roamed the waters during the Cretaceous period and was the largest shark to ever exist. Except I'm joking, because the megalodon is not a dinosaur and it wasn't alive during the same period as the dinosaurs. The biggest dinosaur was actually a T-Rex. Except I got you guys again, it's not a T-Rex, and I promise I won't lie again for the rest of the video. The biggest dinosaur to ever exist was a sauropod dinosaur, but this is where it gets kind of complicated. The Argentinosaurus is believed to be one of the biggest in terms of sheer bulk. Its size was estimated between 30 to 35 meters long and weighed up to 80 tons. That's longer than a Boeing 737. The problem is the skeleton's only 10 to 50% complete, meaning it could change size and the remaining bones reveal a different story. The longest well-documented giant is the Titanosaur, being 37 meters long and weighing between 57 to 70 tons, making it slightly lighter than the Argentinosaurus, but definitely longer. And if we go even further and put on our tin hat on, then the Maripinosaurus, I can't pronounce that, could have been the longest with a length of 60 meters and weighing over 100 tons. Problem is, this was all based on a massive vertebrae from the 1800s, which is now missing. Did you know there's a dinosaur more horrifying than the T-Rex that may not even exist? This controversial dinosaur has some attributes that can make it more terrifying and deadly than the famous T-Rex. The Nanotyrannus had a weight of around 6.6 feet, a length of 16 feet, and a weight of 2,000 pounds. The Nanotyrannus was also thought to be the fastest dinosaur ever, reaching speeds of up to 50 miles per hour. It was also estimated to be extremely agile, meaning it could easily take down a T-Rex as long as the T-Rex didn't land a single bite. Yet scientists can't decide if it should be considered a real dinosaur or not. The problem comes from the fossils found for the Nanotyrannus. Since human beings have found such little fossils from the overall fossil record, it's very hard to tell whether the fossils are saying the complete story or not. The fossil record can be very biased at times, where it could just be that all adult Nanotyrannus lived in the area that didn't have the right circumstances for fossilization, so scientists have just never found one. The debate mainly stems from the idea that we've only found juvenile and never an adult Nanotyrannus, leading people to believe it's just a juvenile Rex. Some paleontologists say that the teeth are distinct enough to disprove it being just a little T-Rex, with the side of the teeth following a growth curve that doesn't quite match that of a normal T-Rex. Did you know the T-Rex was a dangerous monster and not an animal? I'm tired, it's 3 AM, and so I'm going to try my best to tell you some terrifying unknown T-Rex facts. First, studies suggest that the T-Rex had special padding on his feet, which acted similar to that of an elephant. This means it could move in absolute silence. You wouldn't even notice it snuck up on you until it was too late. Its eyesight was also extremely sharp. With it being 13 feet tall at the hip, it uses binocular vision to see on the horizon 4.7 miles away, meaning a T-Rex could pick out your shadow no matter how far away you hid. Even if you managed to hide both you and your shadow completely, the T-Rex had a sense of smell on par with vultures, which could smell targets from miles away. Its bite force was also way more powerful than what most people think. The Triceratops frills are extremely strong, being made of literal solid condensed bone, though to a T-Rex it was no different than a human biting into a potato chip. And worst of all, new studies suggest that the T-Rex wasn't a solo predator. Tracks show the Tyrannosaurus stalking in pairs. This dinosaur might be one of the most dangerous apex predators of all time, besides humans of course. Did you know about the dinosaur with the most horrific, terrifying jaw? A jaw that could split open like Shin Godzilla and was capable of unhatching its bones to engulf its prey completely? A jaw that literally unlocks sideways to expand its razor-sharp teeth. How did the jaw of this dinosaur really work? The Earator is a genus of spinosaurid dinosaurs that lived in what is now known as Brazil in the early Cretaceous period. It is famous for a nearly complete dinosaur skull fossil. The Earator is estimated to be between 6 to 8 meters in length and it weighed about 1 ton. What makes it horrifying compared to a normal dinosaur is its mouth. Paleontologists and scientists debate to this day what the jaw really does. Citing the dinosaur's name, Earator came from the irritating hours it took paleontologists to fix the tampered skull they got from fossil poachers. The mechanics of its proximal jawbone suggest that its mouth works similar to that of a modern-day pelican, using its widening jaws to swallow much larger fish than what seems capable by just looking at it. This dinosaur is a secret hidden gem and is way cooler than the Spinosaurus. Did you know that scientists have found lava sharks in 2025? Kinda. The temperature of lava is extremely hot, reaching up to 2000 degrees Fahrenheit, making it impossible for any life to survive. So how did scientists find lava sharks? There exists an underwater volcano called Cavachi in the Solomon Islands, nicknamed the Sharkano. It hosts hammerhead and silky sharks. It is thought these sharks can survive this extremely hot and acidic water by sensing seismic changes along with its extreme heat tolerance. Basically, it just leaves right before any volcano eruption. Have you heard of the terrestrial stalking hypothesis? Scientists discovered a terrifying theory to explain one of the hunting behaviors of the most horrifying flying dinosaurs, the Quetzalcoatlus. This dinosaur was an absolute giant tetrasaur from the late Cretaceous period, known for being the largest flying animal ever discovered at 36 feet tall. The terrestrial stalking hypothesis talks about how the dinosaur hunted its prey. The Quetzalcoatlus has the ability to glide. This flying ability made it completely silent, meaning its prey wouldn't know it was being stalked by the Quetzalcoatlus until it was too late. Have you heard of the terrifying dinosaur meat theory? Basically, during the end of the dinosaur age, an asteroid slammed into Earth, turning the world into a living nightmare. Sunlight was blocked by dust clouds for months, leading all the vegetation to die off and the world to be plunged into complete darkness. Scientists theorize herbivores like the Triceratops and Ankylosaurus were left with little to no food, as these particular dinosaurs would normally feed on plants. The only way these gentle giants could survive was to eat something else, the meat of other dead dinosaurs, forcing them to become carnivores. Did you know there was only one dinosaur that ate its own kind? This dinosaur practiced cannibalism in order to survive in the harsh Mesozoic era. In this time period, no meals could ever be wasted, even if it meant eating itself. The name of this dinosaur was the Majungasaurus. The Majungasaurus was about 6 meters long and weighed 1,100 kilograms. The dinosaur hunted differently than other similar animals like the T-Rex, biting and holding onto its prey until the light drained from its eyes. Fossil evidence shows bite marks on the Majungasaurus from other Majungasauruses, meaning the dinosaur ate its own kind, and whether the victim was alive or dead while it was happening is unknown. Did you know that there was a dinosaur that could have possessed human-like intelligence? Kind of. Imagine how terrifying any dinosaur would be if it was as smart as a human being. The way it could stalk and kill its prey would be unmatched. This bird theropod dinosaur called the Troodontis lived from the late Cretaceous period and was pretty average sized, only being 6 feet tall. The thing that makes this dinosaur terrifying is its unusually large brain, comparable to that of current flightless birds. The cerebrum, or part of the upper brain, was proportionally larger than most reptiles, with an estimated EQ of around 5.8. They were predatory carnivores with highly sensitive ears and binocular vision, so you were not escaping. Did you know dinosaurs could turn into zombies? Kind of. Maybe not like the typical Walking Dead style zombies you see in movie and TV, though it might be even more terrifying than that. Paleontologists have found evidence of a parasitic fungus called Cordyceps. This fungus turns insects like ants and flies into puppets after taking over their brains. The parasitic fungi would force the insect to climb higher and higher to spread its spores as far as possible, then burst out of the victim's body, facehugger alien style. While it couldn't infect dinosaurs, it did coexist with them. So imagine a T-Rex stomping through the forest while ants were being mind controlled around it. And even worse, what if it decided to switch its host to dinosaurs? Did you know it was impossible for any other dinosaur to kill a T-Rex? The T-Rex was an unstoppable machine with millions of years of evolution to make it the apex predator during the Cretaceous period. Though in actuality, 2 dinosaurs could have taken down a T-Rex. The first dinosaur was an Ankylosaurus. The Ankylosaurus' armor and his clubbed tail would have made it dangerous for the T-Rex to try to use its bite force. A hit from the Ankylosaurus' tail could shatter the T-Rex's bones. The second dinosaur was a Triceratops. I mean, look at this thing. One wrong move and the T-Rex just became a unicorn with a headache. And lastly, the ultimate predator to the T-Rex, an asteroid approximately 6.2 miles wide aimed at the Yucatan Peninsula.